First of our new series of drawings. This one is the Ferrari Type 166 Barchetta. In Italian, Barchetta means small boat. This car, when it came out in 1948, was an absolute revolution. It was very small, very fast, and very reliable for its size. It's called a 166 because the Ferrari convention for front-engine 12-cylinder cars is that they give the displacement in cubic centimeters of every cylinder, and then however many cylinders it has, you multiply that times 12. So 166 times 12 is 1,992, which is the number of cc's in the engine. 166 is small even for a motorcycle, but for a car, that's a tiny, tiny cylinder. If you think of a Chevy 327 is like 4 times that big per cylinder. So this thing being only 2 liters and putting out approximately 140 horsepower was just totally phenomenal. One of these cars, in the hands of the driver Luigi Canetti, won the 24 Hours of Le Mans overall. He was required by the rules at the time to have one other driver drive it, and the other person drove for 1 hour. He drove 23 straight hours and beat the factories of all the other manufacturers. And he was, this thing really put Ferrari on the map. My father owned a Type 166, but it wasn't the Barchetta like this. It was an enclosed coupe called the Inter model. It was built in the same way, in the same era, but it was not as pretty as this car. Anyway, this is the start of it. It's the first time I've ever tried to draw a white car with black ink, so it's going to be kind of challenging. I may have to darken it up somewhat and make it into a different colored car in order to make this thing work at all, but I'm going to try to do it as a white car first, and we'll see how that works out. If it doesn't work, like I say, then I'll just darken it up and make it into something else. But it has relatively simple lines. This car, the styling of it was a revolution. The AC car company kind of copied the basic design of this car and made it into their AC Ace, which became the Cobra too. So it's a very famous design, and it was just a lovely car. As you can see, it's right-hand drive. It has a 5-speed gearbox, all non-synchro, so the gearbox did not help you synchronize the gears when you're changing up or down. You had a double clutch on the way down. You had to be very careful on the way up because you could wipe this gearbox out by a little ham-fisted shifting. So it was a driver's car. You'll notice the size of the steering wheel is huge. This was not power steering, even though it was a light car. You still had to muscle it around, and it didn't have power brakes either. It was a handful, but it was a great car, and I sure wish to heck I had my dad's old car. I'd be a couple $1 million richer today, probably. Anyway, that's it. More tomorrow, and we'll be talking to you. Thank you. Bye.